Welcome to episode 2 of my Revive Pelvic Core Rehab on how to finally lift your pelvic floor, lengthen, stretch, and good stability if you have postpartum and with bladder leakage when you laugh, sneeze. Hi, my name is Annie and welcome back to my channel, Annie Pilates Physical Therapist. In this video, I introduce you to Revive Pelvic Floor Core Rehab and why it's a better option than any methods out there. In video 1, we discuss about Revive Pelvic Floor Health, why the core rehab together in conjunction with Pilates Yoga will help you finally fix this problem. If you haven't watched that video, please, I highly recommend doing so right now. It covers important information that you don't want to miss if you're serious about overcoming your weak core, weak pelvic floor, and if you also have back pain postpartum. And join me on this second video of my free 6-part video series that's available for you to start jump-starting and improving your overall core strength. The first step is to learn the proper breath work while keeping your pelvic floor engaged. So what is breath work? It refers to various techniques and practices that focus on conscious control and manipulation of our breath. It involves the depth, the rhythm, and the pattern that will achieve a specific physical, mental, emotional effects. And when you have the connection with your breath work, because when we breathe in, we're not just lowering our diaphragm. So the air, there's 3 holes in women's body that will connect to all the way down to the pelvic floor. So from our pharynx, it looks like a diaphragm. And then the diaphragm, there's a hole. And then when we connect, I know the lungs and diaphragm, and there's our organs, our pelvic floor has a hole as well. So that's why it needs to breathe and move together in conjunction with our breath work. It's often used as a tool for relaxation, stress reduction, and improving overall well-being. It doesn't just help. If you're in a fight or flight response with our autonomic system, our nervous system is so connected to our physical well-being. That's why when you are very stressed, and that's why it's called stress incontinence, it starts contracting our bladder and you can't even control to make it relax because our bladder is like an upside down umbrella, and when it's very aggressively contracted, then it keeps pushing the liquids out when you're so stressed. And that's why you should be able to relax a little bit opening, and that's when you breathe in and helps that airflow. It's amazing that simple breath work will help our overall well-being, especially when we just have our babies, you are stressed, your lack of sleep, there's less control with our bodies. It's important to start connecting again and start embracing that. Taking care of our health, loving ourselves will help us embrace and love our babies more. When you give love into our body, guess what? We can outpour our love, our cup of love will be filled up more. So that's why it's very important for this mindfulness. And then I'll show you some simple beginner steps right now. You don't need any equipment. You can just do this in your bed or on the mat or on the floor, as long as you're comfortable. This will help your pelvic floor, utilizing your breath work and keeping how to really expand and contract that area. If you have diastasis recti, umbilical hernia, or even C-section, this is safe as long as you have approval from your doctor or local physical therapist that you can already. So looking after pelvic floor is important for all women, especially moms, and it's surprisingly easy to do once you understand how to. It's no surprise that the pelvic floor is often compromised after pregnancy, but the good news is there are plenty of things you can do to improve its function, as well as avoid the incontinence and vaginal prolapse. As we get older, it gets weaker. It's like when you stop working out, everything starts drooping more. Because when you exercise, it helps a growth hormone to help renew our cells better. So it's part of still renewing our bodies. So it's also vital that you optimize your pelvic floor recovery and strength, because this is vital for our core. As I said in my other videos, the core muscles, not just the six packs or the abdominal muscles, is the combination of the lumbopelvic hip complex, which is your lumbar spine, your pelvis, and your hips, and your abdominal muscles, as well as your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. So when you improve the strength. You prevent it from overloading for any high impact exercises. It can take months to these important muscles to redevelop their strength post baby. So remember to take it easy. It's not like a magic one exercise, you'll be better. You have to be consistent because you have to be taking it easy and building strength. It's like when you go to the gym, you don't see muscle definition the first day. You just have to be consistent. But the pelvic floor muscles are different kind of muscles made up of a group of muscles and connective tissue that provides support on your pelvic organs, the bladder, the uterus, and the bowel. So it's like a dome shape downward and you want to lift it up. But if you're very tight, it's going to cause pain on stretching and intercourse and even peeing. So during pregnancy and after birth, women are encouraged to do regular pelvic floor exercises because the growing baby and the uterus combined with hormonal changes creates pressure down on the pelvic floor. So you just want to hopefully lift it up with connecting mind-body awareness, because when you have that pressure for quite some time, guess what? You're disconnected. To find your pelvic floor muscles, imagine you are sitting on the toilet peeing. Then feel the flow of the wee. You want to stop it. So you don't want to keep licking it. It's not contracting your buttocks or your abdominal muscles. The muscles that squeeze to stop the flow are your pelvic floor muscles. These are the same muscles to squeeze to stop us from passing wind. So it's a combination from the rectum and our peeing. So does this all make sense? So you want to make sure you can do this in sitting up. You don't have to lie down. You can sit down and place a pillow on your bottom for a little bit more connection. So I'm going to grab a pillow. So grab some pillow right now to join me so that when we do this together, you can connect. So let me grab a pillow. So when you sit on the pillow, you can do this in a cross-legged position and you're going to feel contact with the pillow. So you're going to feel the gentle pressure. And what is core bracing? Core bracing is not pulling from your upper abdominal. When you squeeze in and tighten your abdominal bracing, when someone's going to punch you, you're going to tighten it. So we're not going to focus on the upper part. You need to focus on the lower area, which is your transverse abdominis. And when you brace, you don't want to squeeze your buttocks or squeeze the whole abdominal muscles, or else you're going to put too much pressure on your pelvic floor. You want to make sure you just lift it up and squeeze gently. You can place both hands on your hips area, and you're going to feel the inward pulling pressure towards your lower abdominal area. So as you inhale, you're going to push your belly out to get that air in. So you're going to slowly engage the abdominal muscles to expand. So as you inhale through your nose, I'm pushing my belly out. And as I exhale, I'm slowly pulling my abdominal in, not with my hands, but my muscles. I'm breathing out through my mouth. And then imagining if there's a blueberry or a small sized green pea going up from your pee-pee, going to your bladder and kidneys. So you lift. Not squeezing on over here. You don't want to squeeze here, but expand your rib cage as you inhale. Expand your belly. And then as you squeeze, you're going to feel it on your lower area. And breathe out. I'm really pulling, feeling that sensation of pulling in, all at the same time imagining not to pee. So this pillow, you can place it closer. If you can't cross leg, you can do this in sitting, in long sitting, or in a chair. But make sure it's soft enough that you can feel it on your pelvic floor area, on your breath tube. And you can lean forward a little bit. So when you lean forward, you're going to feel pressure more. That sensation is so important to feel that connection. Is like a mindfulness. So again, I'm going to place it on my lower abdominal muscles and my pelvis here. I can put my thumbs on the side of my hips and the 4 fingers interlocking, reaching in the center if you can. So again, inhale, belly breath. And then exhale, squeeze your core in. Slow and steady, imagining not to pee. Closing that faucet, pulling that small blueberry up. And pulling your navel to your spine, slow and steady. I know it's a lot to think of, it's a lot of connection, and it's okay if you can't feel it yet. Try your best not to squeeze your buttocks too tight together. Try to focus on these lower muscles here. Try not to tilt your pelvis forward. You don't want to do any movement yet on our back. So when you start doing this, then you're going to put pressure down to your pelvic floor. So again, inhale and then exhale, squeeze. We have 5 more. Breathe in. I'm expanding my belly, expanding my rib cage. And then exhale, slowly breathe out through my mouth. Imagining not to pee. Pulling from the lower part. You might feel now the connection. And it's okay when you feel that tiny bit of movement. And that's the beginner part. We have 4 more. Inhale. Expand and then squeeze. Breathe out through your mouth. And you might feel a contraction and sensation on your lower abdominal area. If you have C-section, you might feel some cramping. So stop. And if you feel like you can continue, you can. You can put some heat packs first on your abdominal area if you feel like it's sore. 2 more to go. Inhale, belly rise, and exhale, squeeze. You don't have to do any movement on your spine, your pelvis. Last one, inhale. Exhale, breathe out. Does this all make sense? Let me know if you need any clarification by leaving a comment down below or direct message me on my other social media, because in my upcoming Revive Pelvic Floor Health, I will share even more strategies with you, including information on how to do pelvic clocks, sprinting techniques, and a lot more to slowly engage your weak pelvic floor as well as tight pelvic floor muscles, because it's not just weakness but tightness. And the problem with tightness, then it's not functional. It's like having a lot of tightness on your shoulder, like a frozen shoulder, and you can't move your shoulder. So it's so important to have those muscles to be stretched safely and strengthened in a slow, lengthened, eccentric control of your pelvic floor, so that when you have sexual intercourse or peeing, pooping, you don't have pain and you have control on your bladder. And that's why that's very important for your overall well-being, not just taking care of your babies, but being yourself again, loving yourself again, and be able to get your body back. And I know it's a little bit discouraging to see your body looks different before your babies, but it's not too late. And it's time to regain your body back. And that's why I'm here to share my knowledge, because I've been there a lot in my life twice. And I gained even 65 pounds with 2 C-sections, umbilical hernia, diastasis recti, especially on my first pregnancy when I was bed rest. Just imagine how much deconditioning I went through. So that's why be on the lookout. In the next video, I will reveal a simple trick that will help you quickly feel stronger in your core, your pelvic floor, and finally engage those muscles. This secret technique has been my go-to for years, and I rarely discuss it in public. So stay tuned, because what I'm about to share in the next video will amaze you. So if you haven't signed up on my channel, please subscribe, ring the bell so you won't miss anything. Like and share this video. Every like you're giving to my channel, you are supporting me. And if you want to be part of my next course, the Revive Pelvic Floor Health, and you don't want to miss out, click the link on the description below. Be part of my early bird waitlist for first come first serve basis, and you can get access on my free 6-part video series that I will show you the step-by-step guide for free. If you have any questions, suggestions, and concerns, leave a comment down below or direct message me on my other social media, and I'll try my best to answer each one of you. As well as for those who are having back pain together with weak pelvic floor, I also have my back masterclass that's safe for you to have a stronger back so we can lift your babies with confidence with a proper posture. You can also check out the link down below and be part of that early bird waitlist, where I have every 2 months new students that I see all over the world. If you have time today, you can watch my video 1. Don't miss out video 1. Learn more about pelvic floor health. And you can also watch my first video of my back masterclass talking about core and back immersion therapy. Until my next video training, always remember, be safe, be well, and healthy you. Bye!